What we must also recognize is that the reduction in policing currently in our city and the lawlessness that is happening, the police have chosen to not fulfill their oath of office and to provide the public safety they are owed to the citizens they serve. The Minneapolis Police Department is the most dysfunctional police department in our state and probably in the country. There has to be accountability and someone that is actually taking responsibility for what the police does and doesn't do.
I will never co-sign on funding a police department that continues to brutalize us. And I will never stop saying, not only do we need to disinvest in police, but we need to completely dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department. The Minneapolis Police Department is rotten to the root. And so when we dismantle it, we get rid of that cancer and we allow for something beautiful to rise. And that reimagining allows us to figure out what public safety looks like for us.
Something one of the advisors said this weekend, Cedric Richmond, he said, Republicans defunded the police by not supporting the American Rescue Plan. But how is it that that is an argument to be made when the president never mentioned needing money for police to stop a crime wave when he was selling the American Rescue Plan?
Well, the president did mention that the American Rescue Plan, the state and local funding, something that was supported by the president, a lot of Democrats who supported and voted for the bill, could help ensure local cops were kept on the beat in communities across the country.
I believe, as I do, that we should be able to reform the criminal justice system so that it's not biased and treats everybody fairly. I guess you can use a snappy slogan like defund the police, but you know you've lost a big audience the minute you say it, which makes it a lot less likely that you're actually going to get the changes you want done.
It's not just about Black Lives Matter, it's about what does that actually mean? What do we mean when we say Black Lives Matter, which is why defund the police has become such a huge and resounding call?
Yeah, I think Democrats, we need to hire a PR marketing firm because our messaging usually gets muddled in law. People are chanting defund the police. It immediately turns off those voters who are independent and swing voters.
Los Angeles and New York officials have promised to cut their police budget, and the city council in Minneapolis, where Floyd died, has vowed to disband their police department.
A growing cry to defund the police.
I am for defunding the police.
Yes, I support the defund movement.
Our commitment is to end our city's toxic relationship with the Minneapolis Police Department, to end policing as we know it.
The Minneapolis City Council voting 9-3 in favor of disbanding the police department.
I support a radical reimagining of community safety and public safety, which means reallocating and not further investing in a carceral state.
Right. Protesters are booing the Minneapolis mayor for refusing to defund city police, kicking him out of a rally.
I haven't thought about an amount, but yes, I support the reallocation of resources from NYPD towards more social services.
Next Gen or have ended up co-opting a lot of these slogans and trying to co-opt a lot of the energy on the ground. And that ended up associating the brand of the Democratic Party with defund the police. In polling that we've done, something like a third of independent voters thought that Joe Biden wanted to defund the police.
Let's talk about who defunded the police. An emergency relief plan for cities that were cash-strapped and laying off police and firefighters. It was the Republicans who objected to it. And our plan allowed state and local governments to replenish their police departments. And so look, Republicans are very good at staying on talking points of who says defund the police, but the truth is they defunded the police